Es sollte wie ein Unfall aussehen, als er mitten in der Nacht den Notruf wählt. Eine Frau liegt regungslos auf der Straße. Doch noch bevor die Ermittler die Wahrheit kennen, spüren sie: An dieser Geschichte ist irgendetwas falsch. Denn was in dieser Nacht wirklich passierte, war alles außer ein Unfall. In den frühen Morgenstunden des 13. Februar 2022 erreicht das Chesterfield Township Police Department in Michigan ein dringender Anruf. Am anderen Ende ein Mann, der von einem schweren Verkehrsunfall spricht.
911.
Please come someone. Teresa Sanchez, she's on the street. She's been ran over.
She got ran over by a car?
And she's bleeding. Send
Do you
someone
know
here?
this female?
Yes.
Okay. Did the person that ran her over stay there?
They're gone. She's laying in the street.
Okay. Is she conscious?
She's barely breathing. She's barely breathing. Please.
But she is breathing,
Teresa.
correct?
Teresa.
Is she breathing?
Yes. Will you
Okay. Stay on the line, okay?
please, man? Please.
Die Mitarbeiterin der Leitstelle erhielt beunruhigende Details. Teresa Sanchez wurde überfahren. Sie liegt verletzt und bewusstlos auf der Straße, atmet jedoch. Der Fahrer ist verschwunden. Der Anrufer ist sichtlich aufgeregt und erkennt das Opfer. Die Rettungskräfte rasen sofort los. Für die eintreffenden Polizisten ist der Fall zunächst klar: Fahrerflucht. Ein Täter, der in der Dunkelheit entkommen will. Schon auf dem Weg suchten sie die Straße nach verdächtigen Fahrzeugen ab. Was sie nicht ahnen: Der Täter ist nicht geflohen. Er ist direkt nebenan. Vor Ort ist die Situation schockierend. Die Verletzungen sind schwer.
Large laceration to the side of her face. Shallow breathing. Cold right now.
10-4.
Doch ein Detail irritiert die Beamten sofort. Zwar sind in dieser Nacht nur -7 Grad, doch Teresas Körper ist bereits auffällig kalt. Sie muss schon seit längerem hier liegen. Noch während die Polizisten um ihr Leben kämpfen, nimmt Teresa ihren letzten Atemzug. Alle Hilfe kommt zu spät. Aus dem Unfall wird ein Tötungsdelikt.
Did you just run up on her, or did you see it happen?
No, I didn't see anybody. I was coming in my truck from my house, and I was gonna turn this way to 24 miles, and I seen something, so I stopped, and I seen her laying there.
Direkt dabei steht Juan Roberto Galvin, 77 Jahre alt, der vermeintliche Finder.
It looks like we're gonna need a AI team out here. Just letting you know. It appears to be an accident at this time, but it also could be an intentional act. We're still investigating.
She said she was drinking at the house earlier.
She was what?
She was drinking at the house earlier. She walked out on foot, and then he just come across with her.
All right. Careful, it's very slippery. Sir, she lives with you?
Yes.
Does she have any access to weapons or anything?
No. No, but you know, like I was.
I'm thinking GSW.
She drinks heavily, you know.
Side cut right here though. She's got a whole cut on that side over there.
Oh,
On the
yeah.
side of it. Her face is probably on the fall for you.
No idea. He lives with her. He found her laying here. What made you leave to go look for her?
I was gonna go to the gas station.
And you didn't even know she left the store
No,
Are you-
she been drinking earlier
all day?
all day, and then she never came home until I was gonna turn here to go 24 to the gas station, and I seen something in the street.
Er wollte um 3 Uhr nachts zur Tankstelle fahren. Ein Detail, das sofort Verdacht erweckt. War das wirklich ein frischer Unfall oder ist hier alles inszeniert? Dass Teresa bei ihm wohnt, und der Tatort direkt in der Nähe seines Hauses liegt? Ein weiterer, sehr verdächtiger Zufall.
What do you think about these tire marks right behind here? Literally right behind here. I can't tell if they're fresh or not.
I didn't see anything. The only thing I saw was a blue Mustang on the way here, but you're picking and choosing. So she's been laying here for a minute. Somebody purposely run her over like a dope dealer or something? Yeah, there's tire marks all over her.
Auf Theresa wurden Reifenspuren entdeckt. Deswegen wird der Pickup gecheckt, jedoch ohne Ergebnis.
Well, I'll get some tape out and I'll shut down this and this. Oh well.
Der Tatort wird weiträumig abgesperrt. Die Ermittler beginnen, die Fassade einer Geschichte einzureißen. Einer Geschichte, die der Wahrheit nicht ferner sein könnte.
16 dispatch, be advised there will be no medical transported. It's appearing to be a K. We're going to start securing the scene.
That one got a ring. We might have
Oh, perfect.
Doch dann fällt die Aufmerksamkeit auf ein Haus. Ein Haus direkt am Tatort. Es hat Kameras. Kameras, die in diesem Moment das Schicksal des Falls besiegeln könnten. Doch was haben diese Aufnahmen wirklich festgehalten?
Good eye. Hello, sorry to bother you.
You're fine.
We're dealing with a traffic crash fatality.
Okay.
We saw the exterior cameras. Any chance?
They aren't actually turned on. We moved here in June and never got them reactivated.
None of them.
No.
What
Just
about-
the ring?
Any chance to ring? You've just seen a vehicle leave. It's right there.
I can check.
I appreciate it. If you don't mind checking for me,
Do you know
just-
about what time? Like, cause
we would say within the last few hours.
okay.
If you're able to see anything, even a vehicle leaving or some tires squealing or somebody crossing the road and getting hit, we would greatly appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is that a person or is
Yeah.
that the
Person. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
My son's been peeking somewhere.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you. None of the cameras work except his Ring doorbell, so hopefully that one's going to be the one to catch it.
In der Zwischenzeit kommt die Vergangenheit von Juan und Theresa ans Licht. Es gab bereits einen Vorfall.
Hey, that witness house has a Ring doorbell right here where he's checking it. We're gonna go run our car around because they got a bunch of kids that are sitting here looking at the body and we cannot cover it to tamper with it. So, yeah.
This is the girl that was attached to a Call of Duty. So.
I don't think where he's definitely not gonna be splitting anywhere. He's a witness at this time. But
The last time they dealt with each other, he was mad at her for being drunk.
yeah. So we don't even know if it's a gunshot wound.
Why would he
It could be a gunshot wound, and then he puts her there and runs her over on purpose. You know what I mean? But we're gonna go run around to the. Let me go check with this guy.
Mit jeder weiteren Information wird Juan verdächtiger. Die anfängliche Unfallversion beginnt zu bröckeln.
But I'm gonna call ADT and see if there's any chance like those are still live.
All right.
I just never activated it, so.
And then if we get a more specific time frame for you to check, because it could have been 6 hours.
Yeah, the ring unfortunately catches
Motion.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I set it up to and adjusted it because it was catching every car
Right.
that ever drove by. So it's like every time it was like annoying. But I'll call ADT and see if I can.
Whenever you get a chance, even if it has to be later on in the morning, I'll just let our detective bureau know they might be receiving a call from you regarding the camera. So
All right.
I appreciate your time, and we're going to run a car around here just to block that. Okay, so
We can move him away. He had saw the light, so he's out
Okay.
here watching. So
gotcha. Thanks, man. I'm wondering if there's like a GSW he drags her out here to stage a because they've had domestic problems in the past.
And he said she's like 3 or 4 months behind on rent.
Yeah.
Like, well, you come out for coffee.
All right.
He
Mate.
seems wide awake to be.
You watch that come back like a GSW, and he dragged her out here and then staged it.
Die Ermittler spüren, dass sie kurz vor einer riesigen Wende stehen. Juan wird freiwillig zur Befragung mit auf die Wache genommen.
This guy's starting to become more and more suspect to me. This elderly gentleman. From what I'm getting out of it, obviously we're secondaries. What I'm getting out of it, they live together. This gentleman's like 80 or something. They live together. She was drinking all night, randomly left. He decides just to randomly go out in the middle of the night, didn't even know she left, and runs across her. I don't know if there's going to be a GSW to her head, post-autopsy or something, and then he drags her out here and stages a run over, but she's definitely been run over.
Any damage on his vehicle?
I looked, nothing I can really tell. It doesn't mean he didn't go get cleaned up and whatnot, but
She pulled to the front.
yeah, I think she's been out here a while. He had Ring doorbells, it doesn't reach. The cameras on the outside of his car aren't functioning. He's going to call AT&T to see if they could go back and loop it through. But
Where do they live?
they live off Joanne Marie. Well, he's got a Ferndale address, never switched to Joanne Marie. She comes back off St. Clair Drive in Chesterford, New Baltimore, but they've been living together. She's 3 months behind on rent. She stays with this guy. Was drinking alcohol that he randomly goes out at 3 in the morning and comes across her. It's very suspicious.
Kurz darauf der nächste Schock. Bei der Überprüfung des mutmaßlichen Tatorts bemerken die Polizisten, dass die Tür zu Juans Garten offen steht. Aufgrund der Nähe zum Opfer betreten sie das Haus, um auszuschließen, dass sich dort weitere Opfer befinden. Sie ahnen nicht, dass die Entdeckung, die sie gleich machen werden, diesen Fall nicht nur auf den Kopf stellt, sondern ihn komplett neu definiert.
.16 with another plate. David Mary William 4346 on a Range Rover. Copy. I didn't check the front door yet. We're gonna check everything. How'd you get back there? That's stuck. I'm gonna have to go around.
Back side door's unlocked.
Alright, I'm gonna go around. That one's locked. Careful. Right here, be careful. Alright, hold there. I'm gonna check the kitchen.
Hello.
Chesterfield, please.
What's going on here?
Come down here. Come down here, sir. .16 dispatch, we got one inside coming down to us. Who else is in the home?
What's up, man? What's going on here?
Who else lives here with you?
Me, my dad.
Nach ein paar Schritten in dem Haus hören sie plötzlich eine Stimme. Sie treffen John Galvin. Was sie nicht wissen, vor ihnen steht gerade ein Mann, der bereits 7 Jahre für Sexualstraftaten im Gefängnis saß. Außerdem fiel er mehrfach wegen dem Fahren unter dem Einfluss von Alkohol auf und verursachte dabei fahrlässig einen schweren Verkehrsunfall, bei dem eine Polizistin lebensgefährlich verletzt wurde. Er ist der Sohn von Juan.
My dad and Teresa, what's going on?
What happened to your ear?
Huh?
What happened to your ear? What happened to your ear? Why are you all cut up?
I'm not cut up.
Sofort fällt dem Polizisten etwas auf. Eine Verletzung an seinem Ohr, die auf eine vorherige Auseinandersetzung hindeuten könnte. John lässt sich jedoch nicht anmerken, dass der Polizist mit dieser Vermutung genau ins Schwarze getroffen hat.
You got cuts all over you. Who else lives here with you?
Me, my dad.
Is there anybody else in the home with you?
Nobody else. But first, let me find out what's going on here.
We're
Does she have lights in my face?
We're investigating.
Okay,
crime.
can you tone
We're
that
doing
down
a
little
protective
bit?
sweep of the home because somebody was injured earlier, okay?
Okay.
And we want to make sure nobody else in the home was injured.
Okay, no one
And your
else.
dad
is
said that
home.
nobody else was here.
No one else is here.
Well, you are now. When we talked to your dad, he said nobody else was here.
Okay.
So,
Did you get into an argument with somebody today?
No, I didn't.
Plötzlich gibt John einige Details preis. Er habe sich zuvor mit Teresa gestritten, weswegen sie das Haus verlassen hat. Danach hat man sie zufällig auf der Straße gefunden. Ihr merkt selbst, hier stimmt irgendwas nicht. Etwas, das die Polizisten schon von Anfang an im Gefühl hatten.
Who else is supposed to be in the house right now?
Me, my dad, Teresa came home. She got into an argument. She left out, and that's when we went to go check her out. We found out that she was there. I'm the one that made the call, and my dad was there. I came over here to get my sister. She wasn't here, and that's it.
Where's your sister?
She left.
Is that the one, Teresa?
No, my sister Yvette.
Okay, she lives here too?
Yeah,
And she lives here, but when did she leave?
she left earlier. I don't know, man. I don't. All I know is an accident happened over there. We called you, and that's it. Now you're questioning me.
Well, no, we didn't know you were here. They said nobody else was here. We're making sure that
Okay, so why are you guys just entering the premises? Is what I'm asking.
for a protective sweep to make sure nobody else was in.
Okay, so can we go to your guys' place?
Sure.
Okay, let's do that then.
All right.
Because I feel uncomfortable with this. I'm in my shorts, and you guys are coming through.
Yeah, that's what.
You understand where I'm coming from?
Your dad should have told us somebody else was here, and he didn't.
yeah, Dad said nobody else was here. If we knew somebody else was here, we're
Sam,
not
let's
gonna
go over
call.
there then. Can we go to the police station?
Yep.
Yeah, can we follow you to grab a hoodie real quick, or whatever you want?
Whatever.
Or do you want a jacket or a hoodie?
Yeah, please follow me.
Thank you, sir.
John soll auf freiwilliger Basis zur Dienststelle für eine Befragung gebracht werden. Während er sich seine Sachen holt, gibt er immer mehr Details preis.
Yeah, we're trying to figure everything out too. Who
I
is
get it. I get it.
who
I
is
get it.
Teresa to you guys?
Teresa, she's a friend of the family.
Okay.
Okay, and you know, we're the one that called. She came here irate. She left, and
Was she irate with you guys, or just about whatever happened before?
whoever she's dating.
Yeah, if Dad told us you were in here, we would have let you know. But Dad said, "Hey, go do a protective sweep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Make sure nobody else was injured." I wish he told us you were
He's
here.
a 76-year-old man. He don't know what you mean by that.
Were you
I
in
mean,
the truck
this-
with him?
No, I wasn't in the truck with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. You know, I mean, if he knew anything, you know, he would have definitely would have just made me alert that you guys were coming outside, coming to the fucking premises, you know, while I'm asleep. Like, this is just, I don't know.
Negative. Do you have an identification on you?
As long as you guys get out of my house.
Yep, we're heading out.
Yeah. Shut the door, please. I told you before, this is uncalled for.
You said you're the one who called?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, everything was all busted open. We got to do a protective sweep, man.
I understand it completely.
We'll head to the white car.
I get it. So,
Yeah, severely injured. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Kurz darauf spricht John das Offensichtliche an. Er fühlt sich verdächtigt. Und ganz ehrlich, Nach allem, was wir jetzt gehört haben, gibt es einen guten Grund dafür. Und das, obwohl wir die entscheidenden Beweismittel noch nicht mal gesehen haben. Als ihm das klar wird, beginnt er seine freiwillige Kooperation einzustellen. Ab jetzt wird er als Verdächtiger behandelt.
It just seems like you're making a scene like me and my dad did it. That's
Who said that?
called for.
Who said that? Let me just pat you down for weapons real quick, just so I can be cool.
What do you mean? You just entered the house without a warrant, right? What do you mean?
It's called a protective sweep, man.
Okay. But you're questioning me.
Nobody's giving you the business.
Questioning you.
But yeah, this is big. If you can help us out with an interview
Okay.
for our detectives, you know what I
I'm
mean?
with you, right?
Yeah.
So,
She's got to unlock it. Appreciate that.
no problem.
Here, 58.
16 to 37, we were unable to complete a full protective sweep. We have one in our back seat for a voluntary interview.
Where's my father at, by the way?
Same thing with you. He wanted to go speak to our detectives. So he was smart enough to stay on scene, though. Make sure you stay on scene for that kind of stuff. I know you said you called.
We're right down the street.
But it's important. Obviously, we've been there for a while now, and we didn't even know you existed. That's for now. Going back to main.
It says 3, then he says 4.
He said Yvette, his sister, took off, so she might even be in there too. I don't know. Dad's at the station who stayed on scene. He initially went on scene with Dad, but decided to come home and sleep.
That window's been open, right?
Yeah. Yep. They got this house like fortified with cameras and stuff. Very like minimal bare bones furniture in there, very clean.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a search warrant.
And I don't know if you guys want to take that plate, but it comes back as a lost plate out of Kalamazoo.
I heard.
That's
What's this guy's name?
out of Detroit. Sex offender and lean.
He's out of Detroit?
Yes, he's out of Detroit, sex offender on lean.
Yeah, this is
Correct.
Actually, no, I'm trying to you guys came into my house without authorization. They came in through the side door. My dad's being held. Okay, my dad's being held at the police station, and this is voluntary. So I no longer want to be voluntary. So I can call my attorney, and we can make something happen like that way. Their colleague kind of made me uncomfortable because it's making me feel like an intruder here.
Look, I'll show you right now. I got you listed as a witness just like your dad. Nobody's a suspect in anything. But you are a witness to a bad crash. That's just the way it is. It's unfortunate. All right, sir. All right. Just go ahead and put your arms out like this. Just got to pat you down for weapons, right? You don't mind if I search you? All right. Just have a seat on that bench there for me, okay?
Yeah, no, I put it that way. Yeah, it makes sense.
Auf der Dienststelle werden die Verletzungen an John dokumentiert und er bis zu einer weiteren Befragung festgehalten. Die Befragung und Ermittlungen sind in über 92 Seiten Ermittlungsprotokoll festgehalten, die mir als Kopie vorlagen.
This is not a mugshot or booking photo or anything like that. You do have some cuts to your ears though there. Did you know how bad they looked? Alright, and then just put your arms out like this. Can you kick off your shoes right there for me? Thank you. I'm just going to pat you down one more time. If you can step over here. Thank you. Alright, you can head in there. I'll let the detective know you're waiting for him, okay?
Okay.
Johns Vater, Juan Galvin, wird sehr schnell durch seine Aussagen und essentielle Beweismittel entlastet. Kameraaufzeichnungen zeigen John, wie er Teresa mitten in der Nacht bewusstlos aus dem Pickup seines Vaters schmeißt. Dann steigt er wieder ein, überfährt sie mit diesen und kehrt schnell zurück zu dem Haus seines Vaters. Circa 35 Minuten später fahren sein Vater und er erneut mit dem Pickup an der Straße entlang. Der Vater weiß nicht, was ihn hier erwartet, doch John spielt seine Rolle. Ebenfalls werden die Tatortspuren genau untersucht. Unter den Fingernägeln von Teresa werden die Haare von John gefunden. Ein deutliches Indiz auf eine körperliche Auseinandersetzung. Außerdem weisen die Reifen des Pickups Teile der Gehirnmasse, Haare und Blut von Teresa auf. Nachdem er mit diesen Entdeckungen konfrontiert wird, gibt John seine schreckliche Tat zu. Er wird angeklagt und für bis zu 16 Jahre Haft ohne die Möglichkeit auf Bewährung verurteilt.